Hello everyone, welcome to Finite Element Analysis Laboratory by Unilearning Episode 7 3D Truss. In today's session, we will create a 3D truss, apply load, and we will utilize two types of bodies in this experiment. For this purpose, kindly double click on the static structural analysis system here. It will create an analysis system. Kindly rename it to 3D truss bridge. Press enter. Kindly go into the engineering data tab by double clicking on it. It will show you the by default selected material, which is structural steel here. Now if you want to add multiple materials here, what you can do, you can click on the engineering data sources. It will open up the categories, and in each category the materials and their properties. We will select the general materials category and will add multiple materials from here, such as aluminium alloy, stainless steel, and titanium, and grey cast iron, and other materials. Now click again on the engineering data sources. You will see all the materials that you have recently added in here. Now after adding these materials, kindly close the engineering data tab from here and right click on the geometry and open new design modeler. It is ANSYS built-in CAD software. We will utilize it to create a 3D truss which is oriented in X, Y, and Z directions. This is the new design modeler window. Click on the XY plane and the locate command from here and go into the sketching mode. Select on settings, click on grid and active grid in 2D, and also select the snap command. Click on the major spacing and add the major spacing to 1 meter, and the minor spacing will also be 1 meter. After creating the grid, kindly zoom near the origin like this. Now go into the draw tab, select line and start the line from the origin and terminate it at these two boxes here. Now again start a line from this endpoint and enter and select here. Then again and repeat this process for the fourth time. You have drawn 4 horizontal lines. Now go into the start a line again from the origin and its endpoint will be here. Now select this endpoint and select this node. Then again from here to here and repeat this process. As you can see, it is already giving us the intersecting point of the grid because we have selected the snap command. And select here. Now draw horizontal lines from here to here and repeat this process 3 times. Now go into the dimensions tab, modify tab and select trim and remove these horizontal lines here. All of these horizontal lines that you drawn on the x-axis will be removed. Now go into the concept mode, select lines from sketches. We will create a line body of this sketch. Then go into the XY plane, click on this plus sign and select sketch 1 and click apply. After clicking apply, click on the generate button. It will create a body which is line body. Now we want to create a body beside this line body at a distance of 2 meters. So we will go into the main menu bar, select create and select a pattern. In order to select this whole body, you will select this line body and it will highlight the whole body. uh, uh, Apply, and then for direction go here and rotate this window a bit. Now you currently see an XY plane, but we do not want to move the geometry in the XY plane. We want to move it in the Z axis. For this purpose, kindly go into the ZX plane. It will show you the Z axis. Now for the edge selection, select this box and select this line. You have selected the Z axis. Click apply and enter a distance of 2 meters. After entering the distances and selecting the axis along which you want to move the sketch, then click generate button. Kindly rotate the sketch a bit to view both of these sketches parallel. I will zoom this area to show you. As you can see, those two sketches have been created successfully. Now we want to join these two sketches from this point to this point, this point to this point, and repeat this process 4 times. For this purpose, we have to move this ZX plane to the above direction so that we can draw the lines. For this purpose, kindly select the ZX plane and click this command, which is the new plane. After selecting it, go into the transform 1 RMB and select offset Z, because we want to move this plane in this blue direction, which is the Z direction. Enter the value 2 meters. Now as you can see, this sketch has been moved above by 2 meters. Then click generate. Click on the plane 4. This is our plane 4, which has been moved in the y direction of 2 meters. Now go into the sketching mode and go into settings, active the grid and select the snap command also. Then go into the draw tab, select a line and then select this point and this point, then this point and this point. Similarly repeat this process 4 times. You will have your sketch. Now this sketch has been created. We have to convert these 4 lines into a line body, for which now we have to convert these lines into line bodies. For this purpose, go into the concept in main menu bar and select lines from sketches. Then go to the plane 4, click this plus sign and select sketch 2, which contains these 4 highlighted lines. Click apply and then press generate. As you can see, there were 2 line bodies. Now it has converted into one line body because this whole sketch has been interconnected. Now we have to create a surface below. For this purpose, select the ZX plane, go into the sketching window, and then active the grid by going into the settings, grid, show in 2D and snap. Then go into the draw, select a rectangle and start this rectangle from the origin. As you can see, this rectangle. Now terminate it at this point. Now your rectangle has been created. We have to convert this rectangle into a surface. For this purpose, go into the concept in main menu bar again and select this time surface from sketches. In order to select this sketch, select this ZX plane and this plus sign and select this sketch 3, which will highlight this rectangle. Apply it and enter a thickness of this surface to be 0.1 meters and click generate. You will see a dark surface will be created. Now the last thing, now you can see that two bodies have been created. One is the line body and the other is the surface body. Go to the line body. You see that we have not yet assigned a cross section to this line body, for which kindly go into the concept, cross section, rectangular. We will assign a rectangular cross section having B dimension 0.05 meters and H value will be also 0.05 meters. Now we have to assign this cross section to this line body. Kindly click on this line body and go here to the and select sketch like this. Now click generate. Up until this point, our whole geometry has been created. Kindly close the design modeler window and open the model tab by double clicking on it. It will start the ANSYS mechanical module, where we will define boundary conditions and mesh and the results required for this analysis. As you can see, this tick mark sign against geometry shows that the geometry has been successfully created without any errors. Now you see this ANSYS mechanical window. The project is loading and importing the geometry that we have created in the previous step in new design modeler. Now the project is loading. Soon you will be able to see the 3D truss that we have created like this. Now go into the geometry tab, click this plus sign and select this line body. Now scroll down a bit in the details of this line body. Now you see a material which is structural steel, which is assigned to this line bodies. Similarly a surface body, and you can see its material which is structural steel. You can define different materials for both of these bodies. Now we will define the connections between this line body and this surface body, for which kindly go into the connections, right click on it, select insert and select manual contact region. This will show these two highlighted tabs in which the contact bodies represent the edges of this line body and the target body represents these edges of the surface body. Now to select them one by one, we will hide the surface body first by right clicking on this body Now you will only able to see the line bodies. Now click on here against contact to select the geometry. We will utilize these three cubes for the selection. We want to select a vertex, therefore we will select the vertex command and select these 10 vertices by holding the control button. The total number of vertices will be 10. Click apply. You see 10 vertices has been selected. Now we will right click on this window and select show all bodies. This will enable the surface body to be visible. Now we want to hide this line bodies. For this purpose, go into the geometry line body, right click on it and select hide body. Only surface body will remain. Now click here under context bounded line to no separation and select target and select these two edges by selecting the edge cube and select these two edges by holding the control button and click apply. As you can see, this contact has been successfully defined. Now we will generate the default. We will right click on the graphics window and select show all bodies. Now we will generate the mesh, the default mesh for this analysis. Now you can see the default mesh. And now we will assign the boundary conditions. To assign boundary conditions, right click on the static structural, go to insert and select fixed support. Now we will choose edge selection for this purpose and select this edge and apply. Now the fixed end is this one. We will go again into the static structural module, insert displacement, and we will select this edge for the displacement and click apply. Now we want to restrict this edge only in the y direction, so we will enter the y component to be 0 and press enter. Now this edge is free to move in the z and x direction. Now right click here on the static structural, go to insert. Now we want to apply a physical load on the surface, so we will select pressure, then select this surface and click apply. Enter a magnitude of 0.2 E6, which means 0.2 megapascal. Now after applying the load, we will enter the results one by one. Right click on the solution, go to insert and select deformation total. Then again right click on the solution, insert deformation directional. Rename it to deformation along x axis. Right click again on the solution and select deformation directional. Rename it to deformation along y axis. Similarly, right click on the solution, insert deformation directional. Rename it to deformation along z axis. Now we will change the orientation to respective directions, and now we will solve our model by clicking on the solve button. Now you will be able to see the results. Click on the total deformation. You see the total deformation is 15.9 millimeters or 0.015 meters. Then similarly along X, Y, and you can see that the deformation along Y direction is maximum and deformation along Z. Now after solving this model, you can uh, you can change the materials by structural steel or aluminium or copper or titanium, whichever you want to use to study the analysis. Now close this window. Our project has been successfully completed. Now save this project by going to File, Save As, and into your respective category. Name the folder 3D Truss Bridge. Press enter and select this 3D bridge folder and enter the project name to be 3D Truss Bridge episode 7 and press save. Now our project has been saved. We will save an archive file of it by going into the file, save as, file archive, and press save to save it into your respective category and click archive. The whole project will be archived into a single file which you can share with your friends or your teacher. If you have any questions, please free to comment below. I will be able to answer it as soon as possible. Thank you very much. See you in the next session. Bye.